Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Mario and Luigi Partners in Time. I'm Shouty Productions, and in the last episode, the older Mario brothers were saved by the younger Mario brothers, and now we're getting sort of a flashback type thing. So, those monsters, their arrival seems like a horrible dream. It was all so sudden. Foul parasites from the Shroob planet, land of utter creepiness. Their purpose is oh so clear. They wish to take all we hold dear in the Mushroom Kingdom, our land, our very lives. Toad Town. Population 3. Those 3 toads are pretty much dead. And our beloved castle as well. Flee! Flee! We must escape! The castle is lost. Prince Bowser here. Come in, Kamek. Get the Koopa Cruiser here on the double. My prince! Prince Bowser, let's hightail it out of here. And that is how the princess and I were rescued by Master Bowser, as odd as that sounds. And now, almost all of the Mushroom Kingdom has fallen under Shroob control. Status report, Your Badness. We are currently on approach to Peach's castle. Our once beautiful castle. Now, no, look at it now. No doubt those fiends call it Shroob Castle. Rumor has it their leader is there, Princess Shroob. What's that you say? Princess Peach is being held prisoner in that castle? Ho ho, surely you jest. The princess is quite safe and sound right here with me. I beg your pardon? The future Princess Peach? The future Masters Mario and Luigi? Ho, 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 you poor fellows. You've gone a bit daffy, eh? Your noggins must have gotten bonked. Perhaps a nap? Status report, now! Your foulness, we're receiving some sort of transmission from Shroob Castle. A transmission? Put it on the monitor, let's see what's up. Oh. Well, thank you. I know what you're saying. Who's this hag? That must be Princess Shroob, undoubtedly. Oh, thank you. Man, does anyone have any idea what she's blabbing about? Ah, Prince Bowser, from Shroob Castle. It's a Shroob missile, and it's headed straight for us. Whoa, evasive action, Koopa cannon, fire. No ammo. What? You're fired. Apparently they can't move up or down either. Those alien dirtbags, we gotta hold it together until we get back home. Now, Bowser, why would you make the castle look like that? What happens when you turn it into an adult? Does this castle still look like that? Or did he break it and reconstruct it in the shape of his older self? I don't know. He does have like 60 different castles. Well, I don't know about 60, that's pretty excessive, but he has several castles. Well, my keen detection skills don't pick up anyone else in the immediate vicinity. Perhaps they were all thrown clear by the crash, what with the destruction and exploding. According to my ultra radar, a new time hole has appeared somewhere in this castle. I think it may be advisable to find the time hole and return to our own time for a while. Great idea, let's do that. Even though we just got here. Well, anyway, this is kind of the first area of the game where everything isn't forced down our throats, but everything's still kind of forced down our throats, so... I don't know, because this is kind of the part where we start to team up with our younger selves, and then we kind of learn how to fight as a team and all that stuff. But once this segment of the game is over, we kind of get to go off and do our own thing, sort of. Except this game's pretty linear. If you haven't already picked up on it, or haven't already ranted about it in other projects, this game is very linear. In fact, you really have no question ever about where you need to go, ever, and there's really no chance to explore, ever. I mean, there's a few points in time where you gotta kind of get your own choice, but either way, it's a very small game. Like, look at the map. It's one straight path to the pipe, and then you get a whole new area, and then it's one straight path to another pipe, and then another straight path to the exit. So, no real exploration ever to be done. That Koopa can, or Goomba, not Koopa, I know my Mario enemies, can go fuck himself. And so can, like, all the Goombas down here. Like, I'm not sure I want to fight all of you. There's an X on the ground. So beans do make their return in this game. There's also just 20 coins kind of lying around in that block. I don't know, they get a lot more generous after the first Mario and Luigi game. They just give you blocks that give you, like, hundreds of coins at a time. There are, like, 100 coin blocks in this game, I'm not even joking. They kind of do away with a lot of the fancier blocks, though. Like the Mario and then Luigi blocks, and that big block that I fucking hated, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. It makes getting coins a lot simpler in this game. You just hit the block and you grab whatever comes out of it. But we cannot dig yet, and we won't be able to until the next segment of the game. So that those beans will probably never be obtained, because I'm not coming back here. It's not that worth it to me. Besides, there's a way to get infinite beans in this game, so not so important. Mario. Perhaps you should use me as a sort of cushionation device. I am, of course, well padded. Baby Luigi would likely feel reassured by the sight of my luxurious leather. Well, I know I feel reassured. We have located and been reunited with the babies. Back to adventure. Oh, more crying. Allow me a brief apology. I was rushing. I forgot to mention how to move as a group of 4. You see, the babies are unable to understand my communicating. What a situation. Baby, shut the fuck up! Yes, they are not helpless. I suggest the four of you join forces and move on. Oh, wait a moment. Yes, proceeding as a group of four is rather vital. Look at the upper right-hand part of the screen. When the icons look like this, Mario and Luigi can move. Go on, move about. Okay, yeah, I know how to move. When you want the juveniles to move on their own, press X or Y. Go on, little humans. Mario and Luigi can give the babies piggyback rides and move about together. It is simple to do. When Mario and Luigi get near the babies, the tigers climb up automatically. Try it and see. Piggyback. Babies can also initiate the move by moving close to Mario and Luigi. Now then, let's go find our poor missing companions. So, this is how we're pretty much going to be for the entire game now. Moving as a group of four. I don't know how Mario and Luigi can keep those babies on their backs and still jump as high as they do. But they do. I don't know how they can avoid having an awful back either, but again, they do. Okay, so if you read the sign, basically it tells you how to throw them up to higher ledges that you can't jump onto with their standard jump. And these pipe blocks will reunite the baby brothers and the adult brothers if they're ever separated. So very basic mechanics we're kind of exploring here, like sending these two under little holes that the adult brothers wouldn't be able to reach, and jumping onto ledges that the baby brothers wouldn't normally be able to jump on, like these up here. And just really basic stuff like that. And the baby brothers would never be able to hit a block that's this high. So, kind of stuff like that. Also, it's not really that important, but if you jump as Mario and then press the X button, you can have the baby brother jump. And same with Luigi with the Y button and the B button. But that's nothing that we really use all too often. But we do throw the babies up onto higher ledges a lot, and we do see these blocks a lot, so just get used to seeing them. And don't underestimate how high Mario and Luigi can jump. Even though they cannot jump over these cliffs, so never mind. I thought they could for some reason, but this block's there. So, there we go. These things need for people to be on them to activate them. All very basic brother maneuvers. If you ever happen to travel back in time and meet your younger self. Aha! You little red and green insects! Didn't I try to kidnap you once? Yeah, I did. Boy, that didn't work out so well, and you don't look quite so little anymore. And you're much hairier, too. Weird, but none of that matters. You like bothering our budding master of evil, do you? Then I'll bother you up. With a Goomba. I'm so scared. Oh, yeah, fantabulous. Okay. Well, now Stuffwell will bother us for the last time and teach us how to attack as a team with our younger selves, which makes them somewhat useful. Alone, they're not very useful, but they can enhance the adult brothers' attack power, so that's pretty awesome. And their brothers' items are also a bit more interesting when you have your younger selves to work with. You can get them to like spin on the shell by pressing their button as they hit the enemy to do more damage. It's a lot more complicated to do than just kicking it back and forth, but when it's going slowly at first, it's really not that hard to do. A Goomba? They've never stepped on one of those before. Oh. Yeah, because, you know, one Goomba versus 4 people that all have experience stepping on Goombas. That's an even match. Oh, now I threw a boo in there. And Stuffwell finally leaves us alone to do our own thing. Fantastic. I've been waiting for this. Let's get rid of that Goomba first off. And I think this is our first boo, actually, in the LP. And I messed up already. I jumped too quickly. It's because I'm used to those boos at the end of the game. They're pretty fast. But these guys basically just watch which eyes open, and I think that's which brother they're going to attack. Again, I jumped too soon, but I swear it's not that hard to dodge. And obviously the green shell wouldn't have worked on the boo because he's floating. And the same thing goes for the hammer once we get that. So that's that for now. We don't actually fight her yet. Oh, this boo thinks he's tough, doesn't he? Alright, we'll fight him. And then I guess that'll be the last thing I do. Ever. Then I'll die, you know. The last thing I ever accomplish in life will be killing 2 boos and a shy guy with a cannon on his head. But what I was going to say is the last thing I do in this episode. So sorry for the confusion. Those of you who were possibly thinking that I was planning on dying after this. Those guys, pretty annoying. They kind of remind me of those other cannon-type enemies in Bowser's Castle in the first game. They like to shoot bullet bills at you. They like to mess around with your heads, too. But I have been doing pretty amazing against this shy guy, actually. I haven't really been paying attention to what his name is. Boom Guy. Ooh, that's creative. That's I couldn't have thought of that. And when you do enough damage, the cannon will actually fall off his head. And sometimes when he calls for help, they won't bring him another cannon. So that's always nice. And I think I figured out by now that when he's far away and he goes to shoot at you, there'll be like a little cloud of smoke, and then it'll come out. So I'm sure you might have picked up on that on your own, but just in case you didn't. Up, another one. I'm doing so good at these. Well, that's it for this episode, I guess. So I am Shady Productions. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.